So, coming on to a quick recap on human evolution, the earliest fossil forms that have been discovered of human evolution is Dryopithecus. Now, you know that Dryopithecus was more ape like. However, Dryopithecus is also considered to be a common ancestor or a common ancestor of both apes and mans. So, you can see it diverging here. One group led to the apes, and the second group led to the earliest ancestor who was more man-like. The man-like ancestor was referred to as Ramapithecus. Fossils of Ramapithecus have been identified in Shivalik hills of India, and that is the reason why it's named after the Indian legend Lord Ram. And then we have another form which was considered to be a connecting link between man and ape, that was Australopithecines. The earliest fossils of Australopithecines have been obtained from fossil parks in the eastern parts of Africa, such as Ethiopia, and even later fossils have been discovered in South Africa. This fossil form is referred to as Australopithecus. As you can see, Australopithecus had a cranial capacity of 500 cc. He lived somewhere between 3.5 to 2 million years ago, and he is called Australopithecus because named after the fossil forms that were obtained in the southern part of Africa. Australo means southern, so he's called the southern ape man, and the scientific name being Australopithecus. And Australopithecus already had an erect posture. He already walked upright. He walked on the ground, and he was more, of course, he had features of both ape and man, and hence he's considered to be a connecting link between ape and man. Then we can say that if you connect the dots, probably Australopithecus gave rise to Homo habilis. Homo habilis has had a cranial capacity of 650 to 800 cc. In fact, both Australopithecus and Homo habilis were mostly vegetarian. They did not probably eat meat at all. And then came Homo erectus, the erect man. And this Homo erectus, the fossil form, was discovered in Java, and therefore it is referred to as the Java ape man, who had a cranial capacity of 900 cc. He probably evolved around 1.5 million years ago. And then came Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man was probably the first fossil form who covered his body with animal hide and who showed some kind of cultural evolution, like he buried the dead, and he lived about 1 lakh to 40,000 years ago. He had a very high cranial capacity of 1400 cc. That culminates in Homo sapiens fossilis. Homo sapiens fossilis is the famous Cro-Magnon man who had a cranial capacity of greater than man. However, it is said that he has given rise to the modern man who evolved or originated sometime around 25,000 years ago with a cranial capacity, an average cranial capacity of 1450 cc, and the scientific name of modern man being Homo sapiens. So it's important to know the entire sequence of fossil forms, and you need to make a table for all the cranial capacity and the time points at which these fossils have been dated back to, and at which probably they existed or walked on this planet.